it's Arleigh with Bike Shop Girl, and today we are checking out the Strider Sport Kids Balance Bike. Strider really created the market of kids balance bikes. It set off this movement of kids don't need training wheels to learn how to ride a bike. Before that, in shops, I was actually taking off cranks or pedals from bikes so that they were learning really as a balance bike. So jumping into highlights of the Strider Sport specifically. The Sport is the second tier of the Strider bikes. It's about the size of a 12-inch kids bike. The pros and highlights of the Sport model are gonna be the colors. You have a lot more colors to pick from. I think the classic model has 3 or 4 basic colors. You get an extra long seat post in case your child is taller, maybe on the side of 3 to 4 years old instead of a small toddler. Like my daughter's 20 months old and just started riding this. Other key highlights are gonna be the fact that it has a quick release on the handlebar and the seat, so you can make those quick adjustments as your child's growing and you don't have to carry around a little Allen key with you. The bike comes mostly built, but to me, one of the pieces that I consider a pro for this bike is that almost every bike shop stocks them. So you don't have to order online, get it shipped to you, and unpackage it. You can just go down to your local bike shop. They all should be selling them for about $120 plus tax, of course. Finally, the weight of this balanced bike is only 7 pounds. My 20-month-old is about 24 pounds. So this is about a little bit over a third of her weight, which really matters to a child just learning how to walk and glide with a small bike. So my daughter's 20 months old. She's about an average size, tall for her age, but normal weight. And she can pick up and drop this bike very confidently, which helps me because I don't have to be hovering or worried that the bike's gonna knock her over. So moving into the cons of this bike. The cons are really if you are a cycling snob like I am and you hope your child's gonna ride the dickens out of their bike. So first off, it doesn't have a handbrake. Some balance bikes from Voom and Cleary now have brakes on the bike, which teaches them to use their hands instead of their feet to stop, which is critical when they make that jump to a 2-wheel pedaled bike so that they can know how to brake with their hands and not focus on their feet needing to be on the ground and stopping them. Next up, the tires are foam and the wheels are plastic. So if they really get gnarly, maybe start taking it to a pump track and beating up the bike, the tires don't have a lot of grip and the wheels are plastic, so they will bend. Both of these are very easily replaced from Strider. You can order parts from your local bike shop on Amazon, but as a rider, I want my daughter to have the most traction, so I actually don't like the fact that they're foam tires and plastic wheels. And the last con is really across most kids' bikes, and it's the fact that the handlebar and front wheel can just spin around. It's not such a big deal on the Strider bike because the fork is nice and straight, but bigger kids' bikes have a rake, so the fork has a curve to it. And when they spin that around, it's tucked under the bike, changing the handling. And then a lot of times the handlebars are facing the wrong way and the bike just handles terribly, but they don't know that. They don't realize they flipped the handlebars around. And then on bigger kids' bikes, when you do that, the front brake cable or the rear brake cable can actually get tangled up in the frame, causing the brakes to lock up. So I wish more kids' bikes had some sort of connector here that won't allow you to flip the handlebars and fork around. So having weighed all the pros and cons, having sold these for many, many years, I know they're durable. I think they're very cost effective at $120 because you'll be able to sell it to your neighbor or pass it on to many kids because they're super, super durable. I think they have set the benchmark for balance bikes, and most kids, this is what you'll need. You know, there's some other models that we'll review from Cleary and Voom that are for the cyclist or the kid that's using their balance bike as a true bike, maybe going to that pump track, going for long distances. And I don't know if that's for most people. I think the Strider does a great job. I think the majority of people watching this, the Strider will be great for your children. Last but not least, I'm going to link below to a couple affiliate links. If you are going to purchase this bike online, purchase it through those links below so that I do make a commission and we can keep growing this Bike Shop Girl network. If you have anything to add, if you have kids' bike products that you want me to talk about, review, or maybe there's something that you love that I've never heard about, make sure to put in the comments below, and I would love to hear from you. Until next time, this was Arleigh with Bike Shop Girl. Remember, bike more, worry less.